You're listening to the Social Selling Simplified podcast. Stick around if you too are obsessed with learning things that actually work and believe that success leaves clues. We're all about identifying results-producing roadmaps and getting super clear on how to scale and grow your online business. From part-timer to president, social selling expert Ashley Shaw will help you connect the dots and take the guesswork out of what works to grow a social selling empire. It's time to hear from social selling legends, listen in on truthful conversations, and learn the best tips and tricks to reduce the marketing overwhelm so you can build the social selling business of your dreams. If you're ready to go all in, no holding back, and build the business you've always wanted, you're in the right place. Here's your host, educator, social selling guru, and fitness industry OG, Ashley Shaw.
Why are some coaches able to find their people authentically while others are struggling to feel authentic in their business? Why can some coaches sell without selling while others feel super salesy and end up avoiding inviting altogether? And why are some coaches able to build a strong, profitable business while others feel stuck and stop before they start? In this free workshop, I'll share the answers to these questions so you too can grow a business that allows you to stay home and coach full-time. If that sounds like you, stay with me. My name is Ashley Shaw, and I'm the founder of the Done For You social posting strategy, founder of Business Bootcamp for Fitness Coaches, creator of the Social Selling Simplified podcast, and I've used social media to grow my online coaching business from 0 clients to over 14,000 coaches, paying me to help them with their social media. I've served a community of over 10,000 coaches and retired my husband from oil and gas so we can both stay home with our 7-week-old daughter, Coco. Welcome to my brand new 4-part mini-series, Attracting Your Ideal Customer with Authenticity. In this first episode, you're going to discover why this proven method for finding people with authenticity can help. This is going to immediately help you build consistency, authenticity, and start feeling achievement again in your business. Once you get this down, you'll start experiencing what it's like to start growing your business and really seeing it take off. So if you're a coach, but you don't know how to sell without selling, or you want to sell using social media, but you aren't getting engagement, stay with me because you're going to discover why coaches like you and me can grow your coaching business and why it's critical you learn how to authentically find customers right now. The goal of this workshop is really simple, to help you easily find your people without that sales slime. Today, I'll show you what's possible when you take down the salesiness and thinking about your coaching business in a whole different way. And that will give you a greater opportunity to experience what it's like to be yourself in your business, to attract people like you, and to feel that amazing feeling of alignment in your business again. So before we dig in, I've got to warn you about something critically important. And not paying attention to this virtually guarantees staying stuck in your business. Right now, you may think it's hard to sell without selling, but what if it didn't have to be that way? What if instead you didn't struggle when it came to attraction? I get this may be pretty different from what you've heard before about building your coaching business, but I promise that it exists. This fundamental shift is one reason why this proven method works so well. In fact, you might have already tried to attract your audience, either using the scripts you were given and end up feeling a bad dose of commission breath. Or you may have gotten the scripts and thought, I'm not going to use these at all, and stopped using them, but then felt like a deer caught in headlights when it came to actually taking action or knowing what to say. And either way, it didn't work out the way you hoped. So today, you'll see how to do this in a whole new way. I'm sure you'll agree trying to find your people authentically isn't always as simple as some people make it seem. It comes with its challenges. Like maybe you're unsure what to say, aren't seeing results with what you're putting out there, or even thought that this business may not be for you. You wonder, can I really find my people without being a salesy sales shark? And if this sounds familiar, I totally get it. So many of us coaches have tried the exact same things. We've heard that little voice of doubt in our head, wondering if it's possible. And I'm here to show you it is. That's why I put together this episode, and I'm going to demystify the process of authentically pulling people to you, which will save you a ton of time. So, in this first episode, I'm going to share my proven method that I've developed after years of trial and error. And this concept is not brand new, but it's actually something that Stephen Covey talks about. And it's called the emotional bank account. If you're feeling stuck and overwhelmed, this will serve as a tremendous resource to eliminate that frustration and help you get back into alignment with your values around helping people. Maybe you're a coach to others, or maybe you're a network marketer trying to build a following and want to use social media to sell. Either way, you're in the right place because after this episode, you'll know how to attract people with authenticity. I developed this framework for you because I saw so many coaches and people in network marketing becoming completely sidetracked while trying to find people organically. I mean, we've all gotten those "Hey girl" messages that we instantly close out of, we block, and we assume that that person is not out with the right intentions. For example, I've seen tons of health and fitness coaches trying to grow their coaching business, find their people in social media before they knew how to build that base of authenticity so people know, like, and trust them. And they get ghosted. They hear no all the time, and they start to get really frustrated because they're not getting the traction and result that they're looking for. And if you're inexperienced in how to do this and you aren't getting the engagement you want, it's often because you don't have that authenticity piece in place, which is the foundation on which you want to build your business. I could go on, but I know us coaches need clarity. You need action. You need to know exactly what to do moving forward. Because in full transparency, that was my story too. Before I outline this idea of the emotional bank account and the specifics, you might be wondering how I got into all this and figured it out. Let me tell you so you can understand where it's coming from. I started when I knew I had to find the people I could help in order to pull people in without bombarding them with "Hey girl" messages. But I wasn't sure I could because I felt very uncomfortable to ask people I didn't talk to before and I didn't have that relationship with. And to be honest, I doubted I could do it because I wasn't very good at social media or knowing the steps I needed to take. And on top of that, I figured there being so much info and resources for how to post on social media, it made me all over the place and left me feeling overwhelmed. If any of this sounds familiar, let me tell you, I know exactly what it's like. I felt hopeless and even questioned myself of whether I could do it. But I was tired of spinning my wheels and knew that building a business that was authentic to me was key to finding people I could help. So I set out to find a way to make it happen. And once I got past my objections and began investing in myself, I started to see massive growth. I set out to do this and it happened. I am now 1,000% myself on social, and I'm finding people I can help every day. I'm no longer stuck on that "Hey girl" hamster wheel, and I'm able to put myself out there authentically and see people come to me. And if you're ready to feel at home in your business again and feel the motivation to be consistent, you're going to love what's coming up. Because this story doesn't stop with me. Everything I'm about to share with you is the exact plan I followed to find people I could help. And it's led me to finding my voice within my business. More importantly, this means you'll experience authenticity and consistency in your business too. And that's what I want for you. All coaches and social sellers, network marketers could use that, which is why I want to make this easy for you. So coming up, I'll share just how to do that. The purpose of understanding the emotional bank account is to help you quickly know what it takes to talk to people on social media so that they open up to you and you can find people you can help. To get started, I created a simple PDF to help you keep notes and to provide even more value from this training. You'll see the download link in the show notes. Hit pause so you can download your own copy, and once you're ready, let's continue. So as we go through each part of the proven system, I want you to identify obvious areas of opportunity for your current situation. You ready? Let's get started. These are the 5 ways to fill up that emotional bank account. So we all know how a regular bank account works. You make deposits, you save up money, and then when you need that money later, you withdraw it. An emotional bank account is an account of trust instead of money. It's an account based on how safe you feel with another person. So when it comes to your emotional bank account, you want to think of every person that you're trying to reach out there on social as you have a bank account with them. So the thing with a bank account is you can't withdraw when you haven't put anything in that bank account. So when you're trying to find your people, but you haven't given them anything, it's going to be really hard to take out of something that you haven't been pouring into. And that's where this idea of the emotional bank account really comes into play. This is your foundation for your relationship with the people that will become future customers. Regardless of whether you feel that you have a bank account set up with them, you have a bank account with every one of those people. So it's really important to be intentional with your content and what you're putting out there, so you're constantly filling up that account before you ask them to do anything. So there are 5 ways to make deposits. So these are really important when you think about your purpose on social media and the foundation that you're building with your ideal customers. Step 1, it's to understand the individual. This means listening intently to what the other person is saying and empathizing with how they may feel. It's important to care for others and act with kindness towards them. This is all about how you actually position what you're putting out there. Anytime you're putting out there something on your social media or you're putting together a freebie, you really want to make sure that you are showcasing that you understand the individual. It means listening to what they've told you and putting it into their words. That's really going to make anybody that is watching your posts and watching what you're putting out there feel like you care for them and you're acting with kindness in mind. Step number 2 is about keeping commitments. How do you feel when someone arrives right on time when you have a meeting? Or how about when people simply do what they say they'll do? You build up an emotional reserve by keeping your commitments. So if you say you're going to be online at a certain time, you show up. If you say you're going to give someone something like a recipe or your meal plan that you follow, show up and do it. Do what you say, because you are showing people and teaching people how you treat others. And this is really important when people are thinking about working with you and thinking about what you're going to offer. Your consistency does not come in the form of what you do later. You are setting the tone with people right now. So how are you showing up? How are you showing that this is real for you and that you are committed to being consistent? Step number 3 is clarifying expectations. We're not mind readers, and yet we consistently expect others to know what we expect of them. We need to communicate our expectations and create a higher level of trust. When we ask for what we want, we get it, and we can trust them a little more. So this comes back to when you're building out your Facebook communities, when you're building your challenge groups, you need to define what you expect. If you expect people to interact and engage with what you're putting out there, you need to set that tone and you need to do the same. If you expect people to engage with your posts, you need to do the same with them. How could you expect them to do that if you aren't doing that with their posts and what they're putting out there? So it is a relationship of yin and yang. There has to be that balance when it comes to what you're asking people to do and that you're showing up and doing the same. Step number 4 is attend to the little things. Don't you find that the little things tend to become the big things when they do not receive our attention? Doing the little things is how we honor and show respect for others. Small kindnesses, a smile, a little extra effort, a hug, doing something you didn't have to. These are definitely things that help build trust. So sending a DM goes a long way. Expecting people to love us when we're not showing that respect first and doing those little things like sending birthday messages and giving people those small acts of kindness. We need to make sure that we're putting in that effort as well when we expect people to do those things for us. That is one thing that definitely adds to that emotional bank account and puts deposits in. The last step is showing personal integrity. Integrity is the moral floor upon which trusting relationships are built. When we operate with sound moral character, it makes it so easy for others to trust us. What would you want? I think that that's one of the best questions that we can ask ourselves in these sort of relationships. How would you want to be treated? When it comes to integrity and the way that people make us feel, that goes a long way to how we actually respond to people. So would you want someone to just mass send you one of their hey girl messages? Are you in a health and fitness journey too? Or does that tick you off? Does that make you feel like that person doesn't care? And do you end up blocking them immediately? We really need to show up with integrity? How do we want to be treated? And how do we want others to look at us? Do we want to just be a number? Or do we actually want to feel like that other person cares about us and we're acting in accordance to that? So now that we've gone through the 5 ways to fill up the emotional bank account, now we're clear how to do that and how to take action. The big question is, how do you start attracting people to build that bank account with? Hands down, this is the most important key to growth for coaches. If you don't attract people in, then you won't grow your business. But if you feel like you're always trying to attract people to sell them, it means you'll always feel stuck and frustrated. What if instead you felt like you could truly help them? And that's actually what you were doing. It doesn't mean having to work much harder. It's all about changing your mindset. Because when we think differently, we do things in our business differently. A way better result for the same amount of effort. It's totally possible. Now, how do you change your mindset around selling? That's exactly what I'll show you in the next episode. If you're a coach, this will serve as the foundation so you'll see how to actually get your mind in the right place first, because you can't attract people if you're always fearing the no's and trying to sell people. If you're trying to build a business using social media, mindset is 90% of it, and you'll be able to quickly put this into practice to gain clients authentically. I'm also going to introduce you to my 3-day mindset challenge and provide you with 3 quick videos to use as an ongoing reference and tool. Once you know exactly what to do, you'll see how easy it is to grow your business consistently. And I'll show you how in the next episode. So before we go today, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me, what would life look like if you could stop selling in your business and start helping? How would life be different when your people are right in front of you waiting to join you without feeling like you need to sell them? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to read every single one and I'll respond to as many as I can. And if you found this episode useful, please share it. Definitely tag me and send it to that friend that you know would totally benefit from it. What you've learned here today is a simple process for establishing how to treat each customer before they become customers. It's a game changer in helping you establish trust and rapport. It's a key step along the way in you reaching your goals. And that's when you can find your people without selling. And more importantly, build the consistent and authentic business of your dreams. And what you're learning in this training puts you on the right path to get there. Next up, we'll talk about how to get your mindset right by following a simple process to help you coach full-time and stay at home, and even retire your spouse if that's where you want to take this. I can't wait to help you in the next episode. We'll see you next time on Social Selling Simplified. And now some fun news for fitness leaders. Our Find Your People, Fill Your Programs challenge is coming up soon. If you're a health or fitness influencer and you're struggling to figure out what to post that will help you find your people online, you won't want to miss this. Over 5 fun days, we'll send you a fresh, daily, done-for-you social media template to quickly edit and use immediately. These templates, all written by a professional copywriter to inspire curiosity, have been shown to boost engagement as much as 80%. The best part is we'll be doing it all live and together in our private Business Bootcamp for Fitness Coaches Facebook group, and it's totally free. Join thousands of like-minded health and fitness influencers, access exclusive trainings on fitness business and marketing topics, see how others are using their social media templates effectively, grab more templates and inspo to make your socials more effective ASAP, and more. The party kicks off on October 19th. Just go to ashleyshaw.ca/challenge to join us. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Let's supercharge your socials together over 5 incredible days. The place to sign up is ashleyshaw.ca/challenge. Go now before you forget and kick yourself for missing this.